lose your mind. I got proof that the Quran is fake. I said I got proof that the Quran is fake, but I never needed these proofs from the outside that the Quran is fake because I read the Quran. I was forced to read the Quran 4 times in my life to be exact, front to back. My mother forced me to read the Quran as a youth during Ramadan. You had to read a juice every day. They didn't care if it was 100 pages. They just wanted, they was drilling, indoctrinating this black Muslim shit into us, making sure we fasted, we were starving, we was hungry, we was kids, we wanted to eat. Middle Eastern people could starve because they at war all day. They're not accustomed to having a refrigerator. They eat what they hunt. In America, we can't fast. We have too much abundance of food. That's why I need to fast. That's why we can't fast. Islam wasn't designed for America. Islam was designed for them. But I got proof. I brought it with me. There's a lot of contradictions in the Quran. There's a lot of made up things in the Quran. There's a lot of false statements in the Quran. There's a lot of, in the Quran, it says, Allah says that He will not forgive you for placing gods with Allah. But at the same token, Allah constantly says we in the Quran. Allah takes on no partners, and as a Muslim, you can't take on no partners. You can't tag on no partners to Allah. But Allah tags partners onto Allah Himself by saying, we created this, we made the jinns do this, we told Noah to do that. Who's we? Who's we? Quran not real. I can read you something right now. I can read you something right now. Quran and its contradictions. That's all you got to go to. You can read this without me. You don't need me to read this to you. The Quran, listen to where the Quran is at. The Quran is a perfectly preserved book in tablets in heaven. Okay, that's the first contradiction the Quran gives you. It gives you that in Surah 85, verse 21. The Quran is a perfect book preserved on tablets in heaven. Okay, then why did Allah send Jibril to tell Muhammad in the cave to read? And when Muhammad said, I can't read, Jibril forced him to read. What was Jibril making Muhammad read? The word he told Jibril, Angel Jibril, Gabriel, told Muhammad, Iqra. He appeared to Muhammad in a cave. Aubrey Foster, how you doing? Why what? What you mean why? Aubrey Foster, what's the question? Why? What you mean why? Let me know what I gotta answer. What I gotta answer is the prolifics in the building, slime facts in the building. Let me know. I'll answer any question I can. But if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. Adriana, hi. The Quran says that it was, Allah says in the Quran, hi, believe God. Yo, the Quran says the Quran is perfectly preserved on tablets in heaven. So then why? Nah, because the Bible is capped too. The Quran is capped because the Bible is capped. There would have been no Quran, no cap-ass Quran, if there was no cap-ass Bible. How do you feel about people calling Jesus the devil? Ooh, ooh, that's deep. Calling Jesus the devil. The people who worship these book gods are worshiping the devil. By Aubrey Foster, Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God has a right and a left hand. It sounds like a nigga. It sounds like a man. I got a right and a left hand. So they said it's perfectly preserved. If the Quran is perfectly preserved from Allah, the God of all gods, there should be no contradictions in it. He's made from a spirit and immortal. He's rose from the dead. Who? Jesus? A contradiction occurs. We're going to skip that. All right, this is the first contradiction. He went against his own father. Jesus went against his own father. God is not Jesus' father. God didn't have sex with any human woman to make a half mortal half. The Jesus story don't sound like Hercules to y'all. Look, we getting off track. We talking about the Bible. We supposed to be sticking to the Quran. I got proof in front of me that the Quran is capped, and y'all got me talking about the Bible. The Bible don't sound. Jesus don't sound like Hercules, Xena type shit. God comes down off his cloud from the Athens, Greece. God comes down from where the Greek gods live at? Where they live at? Yes, they do. Come on, Simbaka. Are you going to play Pokemon? I don't play Pokemon. Shout out to my son Ash Ketchum. I don't play Pokemon. Rest in peace, Brock. I always love you, Misty. Uh, Olympus. That's where they go. Mount Olympus. Right. The Jesus, first of all, Jesus, Zeus, Jesus. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Wait a minute. They are tricking you, and why do you still listen? It sounds stupid. You know it do. The Hercules and Jesus story is the same story. Zeus comes down off his mighty throne one day, and he's disguised as a human on earth. He catches the nafs, the desires, the lust to have sexual intercourse with a human female because he likes the way she looks. He likes the way she looks so much that Zeus goes and impregnates her, and then he leaves her forever because he can't let her know she's giving birth to a demigod. What's a demigod? A demigod. The god had sex with a human and made a baby, and now the baby is wanting to rule the earth. Hercules and Jesus are the same person. Hercules and Jesus are the same person. That's God's baby. If that's God's baby, that's the same story. Come on now. Come on now. For years, I struggled with, is Adam more lit than Jesus? Because Jesus had a mother. Adam didn't have a mother or a father. God, I always thought it was Jesus. But nah, you know what the difference between Jesus and Adam is, and what makes Jesus more lit than Adam in their realm? Jesus is not God's baby. Jesus is God's baby. Whose baby is Jesus? Who is Jesus' baby? Simbaka. Who is Jesus' baby? You know what makes Jesus more lit than Adam? I'm gonna tell you right now. 3 niggas showed up out of nowhere. The wise man, right? That's one of their baby. I ain't gonna lie. Come on now. That's the story. That's the story. Do you know the story? Now that's one of their baby. They're talking about that's God baby. They just knew. They just knew they would get in trouble because they jumped that lady and took it. But Jesus more lit than Adam because Adam was made. I just got goosebumps. You said Satan. I don't know why I got goosebumps when I think Satan. Rebuke the evil energy. Um, Adam was made by God like a toy, like a hobby, like something to do. And if he impregnated or gave energy to the girl, he did that intentionally. So it was like, it would make Jesus more lit than him. I just don't get why. Muhammad is nothing special in Islam, in the Quran. So how come Muhammad gets to be the best person? When Muhammad gets to explaining people in the world and how things was going in them books and them stuff, it's better people than Muhammad. I ain't say Adam was the first creation. I said Adam was the first man. Of course there was. That's what I'm saying. Let me take this off the screen. Let me take this off the screen. I'm back. The contradictory in the two religions is running parallel. Adam was the third created man. So tell me who was the first two created men. And don't say Iblis. Excuse me. Who was the first two created men before Adam? Because I don't remember that and I was there. And don't say Satan, because Satan was not a man. say it was not a man. That's what I'm saying. Like if the way that they talk about God, Adam was the third created man, then a woman. Who Simbaka Thomas? Who was the first man created before him? People was people. I heard a big. I seen a big Facebook video, and the people are so confused about a few things. Let's talk about Christianity right quick. Adam and Eve go into the garden. Adam and Eve did not go into the garden. Adam and Eve did not go into the garden. Let's say that shit one more time. Adam and Eve did not go into the garden. Who went into the garden? What? There's some. Adam and Eve did not go. I fought it. And Adam was not a human in heaven. Let's talk about it. They don't know that. People who don't read the Bible don't know that. And people who don't read the Quran, the black American Muslims in America, the people who don't read the Quran, they don't know what the fuck is Islam. Islam is more like a fictional novel, something to read to make you go to sleep. They left the garden. Who is they left the garden? And when you say the garden, you mean the Garden of Eden? You mean the Garden of Eden that's on earth? Or you mean the Garden of Eden that's supposedly in heaven? I'm a spiritualist on mushrooms. Oh, so you're probably able to tap in with different dimensions and really get the gist of what we're talking about right now. That's what's up. Slime Facts. Follow me on Instagram. Slime Facts. They tried to ban me tonight because I'm talking pro-black because I don't want my black woman dating white men no more. I don't want my black woman dating no others. Blake date black. Who was the other three men? I'm on edge waiting for you to tell me who. Who was the who if Adam wasn't the first man created, then who was? And I got another question. I want to talk to Bible pushers because there's certain contradictions that don't make sense. And I know even a pastor or a priest or a preacher, if they black, if they American, they can't get to this level with me, even if I'm putting it out, I'm pre-putting it out so they could be ready to argue with me on Instagram or on YouTube. What was Adam when he was in heaven? The first was a man, lady. The second was a woman. And the third was Adam. You saying the first two things wasn't perfect molds? Is that what you're saying? That the first two made wasn't perfect mold, but Adam was the perfect mold? The Bible is a book telling people how they lost their brainwaves. So you think, no, I'm saying that good messed up first. That's what I'm saying. The first two was mistakes. That God made a mistake, right? That's what I'm saying. Listen, the then created woman, then man. And who was that first lady before Adam? Who was that first? Who was that first feminine spirit, as we could say, before Adam? Eve was not created first. Eve not only was not created first, Eve didn't do what people think Eve did. It was not Eve. 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 Was Eve in heaven or was Eve created on earth? Was Eve in heaven or was Eve created on earth? Which one? Who ate from the who listened to the serpent? Nobody knows what the serpent told people to do too. That's a big misconstruction. Heaven doesn't exist. See, you speaking from You sought more knowledge than the people that read the Bible. If I was having this going back with the Bible, they'd be answering the questions in the way I can go on. She was created on earth slash heaven. Okay, I see what you did. She was created in a garden, you could say. See what you did there. That was cool. Give me 1 second. Let me tell people on Instagram that I'm on YouTube. Let me tell people on Instagram that I'm on YouTube so that maybe 1 or 2 people will come over here. All right. My bad. God created bodies, not spirits. There's a difference in creations. God created bodies, so spirits was already here. So what predates God? No, let's not get into that because I really wanted to prove how the Quran was capped. But see, in proving the Quran is capped, the Bible is capped because the spin this you the people who wrote the prophecies in the Bible. The prophecies only seem to be fulfilling out because they wrote them. They still exist. They're still here. They're still controlling shit. They need it this way. They want you following some religion that leads you to nowhere. These religions don't lead us to nowhere, man. I don't know nobody who ever prayed to God and got with it. They want you to pray to God like rubbing a genie lamp. But then they want you to realize it don't work that way. It is supposed to work that way. When I'm calling on God, I'm calling on the ultimate. God doesn't have limitations. I could be like, God, please, I just want to drive a Ferrari for a day. When I walk outside, if I'm a good person, I should have a Ferrari for a day. No, God doesn't work that way. How you know? How come God only don't work that way? How come everybody's a professional and saying how God don't work? Oh man, that's because them book gods don't exist. Them book gods don't exist, man. There's a real God. There's a creation, a creator of the creations. There's that. And if we are very arrogant if we think that the creator created just this. Hell no, the creator has to be more creative than that. The creator created mad stuff. The creator's hanging out with more of the better creations than us. Earth ain't shit to the rest of the creator's creations. Look how we treat each other. Look how Look how Israel treats Palestine. Look how Ukraine treats Russia. Look how Taiwan treats China. Look how immigrants look how others come to America and treat black Americans. That's all I'm saying. So look. And another thing, the Bible, the Quran, both of these books were heavily both of these books had heavy influence and ran parallel with slaveries in different parts of the countries and all different times of the world. That those two book gods don't care if their worshipers enslave people who are not their worshipers. So I can't rock with that. We are all gods. All we have to do is manipulate our brains into functioning the way it should. I believe shit like that. We should cam up. I'm interested to hear what you got to say, Simbeka. I could send you a link and we could go live together on YouTube. I'm talking about, or we could go on Instagram, but on Instagram, they Instagram racist, so they don't like when black people be talking, so they be cutting me off. Trying to tell people, man, there's religions around till today that predate Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, and then India, and then China, and shit, even in Africa, right? But they don't want us to find those religions because they give us history, like world history. People so bent on black history and history of your immediate neighborhood. If you find some old religion that the books are still intact and it can kind of give you a little history of what was going on, like you're gonna be like, wait a minute. So what was people doing before Islam? Like, yeah, nigga, Islam tell you no idol worshiping. Islam starts off with idol worshiping. Islam tells you no third parties to get to Allah, just straight up praying, but then you gotta do third party shit and preparations to get to Allah to start praying. That's Allah. The books, the Bible and the Quran make the gods very, very small. They're unreachable. They don't help you. I believe Native American history was the first true knowledge that was necessary to understand it. Yeah, because they had their ability to affect agriculture and make things happen for them almost made them believe in a rain god more than y'all just stomping on the grass so much that the chlorophyll is mixing in the air with the oxygen and it's going into the clouds, it's creating a chain reaction of chemicals that's giving y'all freaking rain. They rather believe in it, but they had the everything they did was more well. Like we know too much. We don't know too much about the natives. We wasn't here with them, but the things they did, it seemed to, you know, and the fact that the current society has them all drunk and dying out means something too, and setting them on fire in LA, all them damn wildfires. I'm just saying though, those gods, they don't seem to, I don't know. And why is so many of them? And why is the Quran telling you to believe in the Bible, but then telling you the people who worship the Bible are kuffars even though they're people of the book of the word of God? It's just too confusing. It's meant to be confusing. When you get into them religions, it's a mental lock on your head. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. As soon as you get into them religions, it's a mental lock on your head. You're gonna be stuck, and you're gonna be stuck in reverse forever with the wheel tilted. Now you going in a backward circle. You still trying to find your way out. What I'm trying to do, Simbeka, is debate a black American Muslim man, right? And I'm trying to debate some Arab Muslims, while people who read the Quran, because that Islam, the Quran, Islam, the Hadith, the Sunnah, the religion, the teachings, it all teach you to really stand. It teach you to tippy toe on your soapbox. So it teach you to say the Quran is the best book and no book is like it because it give you all of this pride in everything you say, even though it's cap. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm schniggity. That's why they say stuff like that. In the Quran, in the teachings, it also says that Allah says there's no opinion in Islam. So you're not able to be like, I don't think that this is not correct. Because they'd be like, nah, any opinion is doubt, and any doubt is lead you to the hellfire. So you start thinking when you think, thinking will lead you to the hellfire. Like, Islam really scares the shit out of you when you're starting to learn it. As a new Muslim, let me tell you something. As somebody who was a former Muslim and I had to just rip myself out of that religion as an adult, realize I never chose it, that it was chose for me, I never chose it. I don't see how a sane person, let me say this shit, cause I'm a black American Muslim, I used to be Muslim, I'm a black American man, I'm a former black American Muslim man, Muslim, for years since a kid to up to my grown ages in life. I don't see how a sane person, listen to what I'm saying, I don't see how a sane person could go through the probation stage of Islam and stay Muslim. You're insane. You're psychotic. I'm going to say it again. I don't see how a sane person could go through the beginning stages of Islam, becoming a new Muslim, and stay Muslim. You're psychotic. Mm-mm. It's like a boot camp for no reason. You've been told this religion is so peaceful. This God is so great. God does whatever. This God does whatever it wants for you. You've been told all of these beautiful. You've been told the best things, and then when they start you off, they're like, you can't eat this. You can't. Don't turn Muslim. Do not turn Muslim a week or two or three or a month before Ramadan. I don't know how, as a new Muslim, you can make it past Ramadan. You are psychotic. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Can't trust them kind of people. And not culture, I mean code. It's the oldest religion. And then when you, as a black Muslim, as a black man in America, if you do a little study on slavery and they tell you the beginnings of slavery, the Arabs connected with the African Muslims and they was doing slave trades. I'm not trying to agree with that. Your God is letting you just trade slaves as long as they're not your religion. I'm not for you. Your God is not cool. And your God wouldn't save the world. It would only save your people. The rapture. I always tell people who are religious to eat shrooms and tell me what they believe now. They wouldn't even understand. They can't tap into another dimension. They wouldn't even. They can't go no further beyond this plane. They don't even understand it. They're like, y'all are crazy. That's their favorite thing to say. Religious freaks, y'all are so crazy. You're crazy for thinking that. I believe in my Bible. I believe in my Quran. Ask a black Muslim to say Quran, they go like, my Quran. Boy, you better call that shit a Quran like everybody else. Nigga, that's a Quran. Nigga. And I don't want to disrespect it up a little bit. I'm just like, this is the way I talk. Sometimes I think I'm humorous or charismatic or something, but this is just how I talk. Like, I don't want to disrespect it. I'm just keeping it a buck. Islam got too many contradictions that are so blazing. But to make you a devout believer, Islam tell you stuff like you can't have an opinion. You must absolutely believe. You can't have doubt. You can't go with your thoughts. You can't, it put a bunch of fail safes in. You can never question the Quran. Don't take the Quran in the bathroom. Don't say Allah in the bathroom. Don't do this. Don't do that. It do all this stuff that it warp your mind into believing in it so hard. You be devout. You ready to fight for it. And it's just like, nigga, there's so many contradictions that blare out. Why do they keep saying we? Why does Allah keep saying we? Why is there so many mistakes in the Quran? These are mistakes written by man. Only man would make these kinds of mistakes. These are small grammatical, these are small, I hope you don't catch it errors. Man was made from nothing. Man was made from clay. Man was made from dust. Man was made from blood. Unless, unless God is one entity. That's the funny thing. I get what you're saying, and I think we need to have a cool ass conversation. God is one entity. Think about it without you falling into believing my philosophy and vice versa. Just give it a quick thought, right quick, because anything could be a possibility. God is one entity, even if God is in all of us. Mm. I got a theory that God is in all of us, just experiencing life in every form possible. And once God experiences life in every form possible, then the world ends. That we all a little piece of God, but still, it's like the Borg. It's not. I mean, it's not like the Borg. So the Borg is all connected and they one, but they all different things. Nah, God is God is unfathomable. So the religions say, but God ain't unfathomable because we can think of God. We know what God is. We know what God is. People who try to time. Yeah, time is non-existent. There's no such thing as time. Time is made up. And when scientists and astrologists, astronomers, and all the people be talking about the dimensions, and they say time is a part of each dimension, that's because time doesn't exist. People think the fifth dimension is time. Time is not a dimension at all. Time is a part of each dimension, but time doesn't exist though. And they know that. That's why they keep telling us stuff like that's why they got Neil deGrasse. That's the next one I want to debate. Neil deGrasse, I will take my time and write out 4 things because I've heard you say enough that I don't need to write much more. Neil deGrasse, I will write 4 things to debate you. You talking about if we could move faster than the speed of light when we travel to the Andromeda galaxy, it'll take about a night or a day. And then when we travel back to Earth to tell everybody what we did and what we seen in the Andromeda galaxy, it'll be 4 million years that passed on Earth. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. Stop. God can't be one. We have too many different DNA types with one God. Plus, if there's life on another planet, plus, if there's life on another planet, if this planet isn't flat, I can't tell you what to do. All right, if I wrote the statement you just said, I will also say, I will open up, like, as soon as I said it, as soon as I wrote it, before I hit send, I would think, damn, even if God made the earth flat, there could still be other flat planets. And what if it's a universe of flat planets? God's infinite ability to do whatever is exactly that. So how could it be? What if the world is flat? There's an edge to it to fall off, or who knows? Who knows? Yes, there's more beyond the ice wall. Bro, what if there's no ice wall? What if there's no ice wall? I gotta get a call in line. I can't wait to get more litty because I got so much stuff and work to do. I'll be having time to put all my effort into being on the internet yet, but I'm just trying to build it up slowly by surely. But I definitely want to call in line because I love to hear things like this. But I got questions to ask. Nah, there's no center to the earth. All right, but Simbaka, now that you've subscribed to that thought process, that theory, what's in the center of the earth? I don't know. I don't know. Simba, I don't know. Do you know what's in the center of the earth? Do you mean what's in the middle of the earth or what's the center of earth? Because what's in the middle of earth is the equator. The equator. What's poppin', family? Gas World. Gas World, we are alive. 92. The middle center. I'm trying to tell you, bro. A lot of things that they don't put into our heads was useless. Just think of the term fight fire with fire. Before you get to thinking that you believe what you know and before you just get to thinking you believe what you know, remember everybody's okay with the term common sense. And common sense is fight fire with fire. If there's 7 houses on a block and the middle house is on fire, and all the neighbors fight that fire with fire, that block will burn down. There'll be 0 houses. Think about it. Think about it. We've been programmed to believe some stuff that is blatantly, well, not blatantly, but can't be true or we can't prove. You know what I'm saying? Is the earth flat? Is there an ice wall? Is there land beyond the ice wall? Did you know that the earth gets bigger even though we shit? Did you know that the earth gets bigger even though we ship shit out of space? Which means the earth grows. I got my own theory about where earth is. Some people think the earth is flat. Some people think the earth is round, floating through space, spinning around at the same time, spinning this way, but also spinning that way on an axis. On an axis. Some people believe that. Some people believe that Bible. Some people believe that the earth is in firmament, and they should also believe it's beneath God's foot. Quran believes the earth is flat, also because it's beneath God's foot. But the Quran also believes heavily in outer space. So, with all those possibilities, this is my theory of where Earth could be. Or then you got the smart people who say that outer space is a vacuum. And I don't get what the big argument is, but everybody's having this argument of is the vacuum like a vacuum? You seen that comment that they talking about supposed to hit in two. It's, nigga, did you say 20,235? They gotta stop doing shit like that, predicting shit 10,000 years out. Like, stop before I kick you in the head, NASA. My theory is people argue about the vacuum. Is it a space vacuum? Like Lord Jamar and Professor Dave. I'll debate Professor Dave too. And Professor Dave, I don't have to. You're so cocky. I don't have to write for you either. Science is full of BS. Science is pretty accurate. Science is pretty accurate. It depends on how you take it. Like science is not a religion. It's just if science told you that you lick your finger and stick it in a socket, you'll get zapped. You won't say it's bull. You'll be like, no, that's math. That's science, bro. That's algebra. My finger is F, my tongue is T, and the plug is P. If I use F to lick T, pause. I'm not even finishing that sentence. That sounded crazy as I was going on. No Diddy. No Diddy. Free Diddy. Free Diddy need to be free today. Free Diddy. What are y'all doing to him? And then his fucking lawyers quitting on him. Free Diddy so he can fight his case correct. Stop railroading that black man. But back to it. But back to it. I believe, now hear me out, because then you got all these graphs where they be like, the earth sits this low and gravity's failed on. Math isn't accurate. 1 plus 1 equals 1. Stand by it. Yo, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm really a time traveler from like 7 billion years away. Y'all do shit so wrong here, but I'm gonna tell you something. Math isn't. Yeah, okay, see, in this time realm, you guys do this thing where 1 plus 1 equals 2, which is correct. If you have, I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show this shit to you right now. I'm about to take you to how we do math in my time. I need another audio. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. But just don't forget I showed you this. And don't forget what I told you a few seconds ago. I'm not gonna fucking repeat it, so just remember what I said. Look, pay the fuck attention. 1 AirPod plus 1 more AirPod equals 2 AirPods in my ears, right? So I'm correcting you're wrong right now. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now I'm gonna make you right. I'm gonna fuck your head up. 1 charger plus another charger equals a batch of chargers. 1 plus 1 equals 1. Y'all math is so fucked here. Everything y'all do is absolute. And it's because one person told y'all this and y'all all just go with it. But I know I can't break that. I've seen it too many times. I won't keep trying. Now back to it. So I believe that the earth sits more like a body. You see how they say the earth is spinning going like this? Kinda, but we're not going anywhere. They tell us we're not going anywhere because they keep saying that the motherfucking star constellations don't change. If we're constantly moving and floating through Earth, we're not gonna ever see the same stars twice. Sorry, maybe one day America sees some stars, and then later on, 12 hours later, China can see those stars. But the next day that America sees stars is gonna be different stars China ain't never seen before until China see it, and then that's the only way the Earth gets to see the same stars twice. The same people on the Earth don't get to see stars twice, but the same Earth gets to see stars twice. Bottom of the Earth, top of the Earth, it be spinning and then going like this, and spinning like that, and spinning like that while it's going around the sun. Unless it's man math, not nature math, right? Just like, just like, just like one female and one male having sex equals 1 child, or 2 children, or 3 children. What if they have triplets? 1 plus 1 made 3. But think about it. 1 plus 1 made 5. Don't be too smart, bro. You'll blow your mind too early. Sit back, or you could travel to far away if you want. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. But you're gonna have to come back here. This is where your body's at. That's just how it works. Um, shouldn't even be telling you that shit. You should have figured it out by now. You're smart. You seem smart. You don't seem like a dumbass. So I don't know why you don't know that yet. So I believe Earth probably is doing that thing they're saying they're doing with the other planets. The other planets are defending the planets with life on them from attacks from other planets that want to suck the life and the energy from it. But that's a different story from a different day. People would go, in my whole life, my grandparents never told me in their whole life that their grandparents never told them in their whole life that they seen a UFO, or so we stationary. I don't know if we stationary. Do we seem stationary? You think we're stationary? Do you ever feel all the different times and energies and things we go through? You think we're stationary? Sometimes for 3 or 4 years, we might stay in the same kind of place and where we're at, and then we'll just move, and then things will just change. You can just feel the change everywhere. You think we're stationary? Even if the earth is flat, even Asgard is floating around. See, people want to believe in Tartaria and Asgard and all that shit, but if you believe in Asgard, you can't believe in it like an American. And this is what I'm saying with that Bible and Quran shit. Us Americans get it wrong. Ask the natives. The Native Americans couldn't let the Native Americans, not to be confused with the pretendians, not to be confused with the indigenous people to this land. So I want to correct myself. It's just me and you talking. I can't really see who says it. I want to correct myself. The people indigenous to this land, America, before it was America, right before the Britons came and made it America was America, they were getting smoked by the Mayans and the Aztecs. They were getting smoked by the mother freaking Vikings in Canada, by the Iceman in Canada. They called them Iceman because it was cold, and not because it was white. It's because it was cold. It's like Alaska, right? They were the people of North America, what would be called North America, was getting smoked because all they did was smoke pot. But they knew how to do things to scare off people in a way. I believe in my ancestors, the ants and the bees. My ancestors want you to know. My ancestors want you to know your ancestors are not no fucking ants and bees. And that's how they said to say it. And they said you wouldn't be offended. Don't do that. Listen to me. Don't listen to me like that. I'm sorry. I hate to tell people shit like that because I preach. The only thing you can trust me to say is don't trust nobody because shit be cat. It's not lies. You know how you could tell it's not lies? Just off like what you could go off. There's Mayan history of Mayan smoke in this land. There's Aztec history of Aztec smoke in this land. There's Viking history of the Vikings smoking the Icemen up there. Not that people don't call them cavemen to be racist. They were Icemen just because Canada was cold. They were smoking this land like this. They was to the point where when the Britons came from over there and took it, when the Britons came from your ancestors are not nature and they're not in nature. Your ancestors are still around. That's why you channel them. Don't confuse it with nothing crazy. It just is what it is. That's what I'm saying. If you want to travel billions of miles far up and years far away, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just try. You're just gonna have to come back here because this is where your body's at. But yes, there is. When the Britons took, when the Britons started colonizing America, and this is American history. When this, the lower half was Mexico, bro. Are you kidding me? You don't think I know what I'm talking about? Go to Google it. The lower half of America, the whole lower half from the California, from what's called California, all the way to what's called New York. Well, what was called Dutchess, right? That was always California something, and New York was Dutchess. That was Mexico. Why do you think we have New Mexico? You alright? You good? I ain't gonna lie to you. I do tell lies, but that's not one of my moves. I feel like lying. It's not one of my moves. I'm not one of them people that's gonna come here and do this and go, I'm an earthbender. Look, I'm a firebender. No, no. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, they were not. Don't get it confused. And that's how we end up with the pretendians. How the freak we got Indians in America? That's India. We got two sets of Indians in the world. When you say Indian, you're talking about the red Indians from India? I mean, the red Indians from America? Or you're talking about the Red Sea Indians from India? How we got that? That's because Indians had navigation and boats because they was in cahoots with the Arabs, the African Arabs and the Muslim conjunction with that's their cousins. They're right there, and they had boats, so they came, and that's what they said. That's where they got. They got to populate the land. They were not one of the same though. Trust that. Trust that. The best thing about the indigenous people from this land was they wasn't able to get captured by the Britons. The Britons say that. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Go read the histories of slavery. The Britons were not able to capture the indigenous people. And they also said, they said every colored person of the American land wasn't fit to work, that they overworked the Africans. They made the. Did you know in the history books, Native Americans, Indians mastered riding horsebacks without ever having horses until the white man came? The horses ain't white men ain't bring no horses to no damn America. You think white men brought horses to America? They got horses in Canada. Don't they just cross the border? Come on, don't listen to that cat, man. Ask your ancestors. Don't listen to that cat. Don't. Next thing they're gonna tell you they invented water. Don't listen to that cat. Listen to that cat. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Because how they do it before they got horses, right? They must have had horses here already. I don't believe nothing. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my brother, my good guy. It's in history. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna look it up. I like American history. I don't believe shit the Britons said. Let me tell you one more time. I don't believe shit the Britons said. The Britons have so much hate for America and my people and your people in America. Let me, just hear me out before don't even have restriction to this. The Britons hate America so bad and it's so deep embedded in their blood that we can't see it. That our flag is the remix to their flag. We need to change it. We have a black flag, but we'll never use our black flag, right? The Britons hate America so bad. Do you know what the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Massacre was? Do you know what the American War was? The American Revolutionary War? How Africans know how to tend this land when they don't even know the land. Africans didn't. They just was forced into it. They were beat into it. They were beaten to, and they were just able to take the sun because the sun in Africa. Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is the perfect answer to your question. Because I was about to answer it. Wait. Let me tell you. Let me answer this question. How it's a rhetorical, but the ancestors told me to answer as soon as it came up. I was gonna give my own answer. America, the whole of it, North America, South America, Central America, Mexico, Canada, is is at least 10,000 more miles away from the other landmass, Europe and all that, than they like to believe. And since you think, wait, listen to me, you typing, you not listening, because you think the earth is flat already. You already on that. So you gotta believe what I'm saying, because this is among your belief. America, where we at, the western part of the civilization, our landmass, is at least half smaller than they say it is. They say it's bigger because that's a tactic. If you're a superpower, you want to be bigger. We're half as small as they show on the maps, and we're like 10. And because of that, we're like 10,000 miles more away from everyone else. Right? Boom. Right? You hear me out? You hear me out? All right. So you said how Africans know how to tend this land when they don't even know how to tend the land. They didn't. The sun where they're at is closer, or however it is, it's blistering. The whole of Africa is bigger than Africa is probably the same size as the whole of all of us, all from Mexico up to Canada. Africa probably the same size, right? So they didn't know how to till this land or tend this land. Let me tell you what happened though, and it should just come together like a braid. It should come together like a braid when I say it. It's harder for them to be outside over there because they're born there, but they learn how to be resistant to it. Just like over here, I'm more resistant to the cold because I'm born, I lived in Far Rockaway my whole life. It's freezing out here. So when I go to Brooklyn and they're cold, I'm like, nigga, we can play ball. So it's harder for them to be outside over there. When they come to America, our blistering heat is a good day to them. Every day our blistering heat is a good day to them. So if it take 10 hours to learn how to till the land, it looked like they in the yard for 10 hours till they learned how to till the land. Because they could take it. It's in the same books you want me to look up that they said, the Britons said that they couldn't capture the red men of America that was already on the land. and that people, the populated people could not work here. They would not work. Nigga, I don't want to work. No natives were captured and relocated to other. Mm, That's what I'm saying. I hate the Britons because they gotta be the hero. How the fuck did they capture the natives? Let's call, because when we say natives, we talking about the indigenous people to this land, right? Because they got a way of making Native Americans and Pretendians the same thing. And because my great grandmother never said she was a Native American. She said the tribe she was, and people used to think it was African, but it was a tribe from over here. It was like a Geechee tribe, something like that. It's a Geechee tribe, something like that, right? So, and she never said she was Native American. She was like, that's some stuff people made up. Whatever, right? Whatever, right? How did they capture them and relocate them if they couldn't catch them? Britain always be telling the story like they did something so spectacular. Just like the Bible got holes, there go Britain's holes. The Quran got the holes with the we and all of this, and now Britain got the hole. I mean, this got the holes because y'all couldn't catch the slaves, but now y'all captured the slaves. Stop it, the natives. Stop it. They're lying. Just like them stupid wigs they wore in their head. Now they got our black women wearing weaves and ferments. They're lying. They're dangerous. These are some of the most dangerous people in the world. Simbaka, it's been ill with you, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like to have good talks, man. I ain't here to down no religion. And I don't have to say the cliche shit like God knows my heart or the real because that's cliche. Only people who believe in book gods think they can speak their free mind and then gotta be scared God gonna punish them for it. That's that book God. God don't punish you and God don't reward you. Nigga, how's your life been going? It's been all punishment. And they teach you in them religions when it's all punishment, they teach you to blame the devil, right? Stop. That's you, nigga. They're tricking you. They're tricking your stupid ass and you're falling for it. Man really be like, it's the devil. Like, it's the devil. And then when something good is from God. So when the train come, like when a nigga running down the stairs for the train and the train comes as soon as he get there, they be like, thank God. And then when the train not there, they go, the devil is a lie. You are psychotic. Pardon me. How come these religious people can't pray to this genie God and win the lotto? How come you can't pray to this God and be like, put 7 zeros in my bank account with a 1 in front of it? Why your God? Why no matter how much you pray, your God don't change your bank account? Your God know you love money. And look, their gods have never put a bag of money in front of them. Your God know you love money. Your God can't let you find a food stamp card. That's crazy. They talk to imagination and sweat. Yeah, it's a fact. I just the concept. See, for a minute, I started going atheist or agnostic or something like that because I left Islam very hastily. I was like, I can't do this. This God does not exist. I don't know how people don't see how the Arabs are just using this to get over. But so I left Islam. They believe in God and believe in karma. See, I believe. Well, believe is a thing. I fuck with karma and dharma. In America, we ain't taught about the second part to that word karma. That karma don't stand alone, just like it don't stand alone with Kama Sutra. Karma stands with another word at all times, most of the time. At all times. Karma and dharma. Your life and what you have done. So people, we believe, when we be like karma's a bitch, we really mean go dharma's a bitch. Karma ain't got shit to do with it. Karma ain't got shit to do with it. Because like I said, all right, I'm gonna make it easy for you. I was about to go into an analogy, but I already said this shit. You already heard me say this shit. It's the same karma. It's the same thing. These people believe in karma and don't know what they believe in. They believe in dharma. They believe in life. They don't believe in balance. Because when this religious person run down the stairs for the train, if it's there, they go, thank God. And if the train is not there, they be like, the devil is a God. They be like, oh my God, why does God strike me like this? They be like, oh my God, like God hate me. It's never when they, if it was karma for them, when they ran down and the train wasn't there, they be like, God will bring the train to me. But they don't have that. They don't have no balance. They're like this at all times. They're one way or the other at all times. They don't have no balance. Now I know you know. I was just saying it again. Anybody might see this and then, you know what I'm saying, somebody might see this and watch the whole thing over and they're like, you know what, man, I did get a little, because I ain't trying to teach nobody about what you should do. I just know what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do nothing dumb. Don't do nothing dumb. Don't do nothing predictable. Think about these book guards, man. Pray to them. Ask them for something. Ask them for something simple. You're not going to get it. And then if you listen to me and then you go to a preacher and you show them just this clip and you be like, I did what this guy said to prove this was my Catholic God and it didn't work. That Catholic leader, teacher, preacher, whatever he is going to tell you, don't listen to me. I'm the devil. Cause he can't get his God to do the things you want y'all God to do. He gonna say, don't listen to me. I'm the devil. I'm asking. That's why God didn't answer your prayer. That's exactly. Come, it's too cliche. Too cliche. He gonna make you. He gonna give you the false sense of adulation, but inside you're gonna know you're lying to yourself. Oh, look, this is another thing. Cause I'm glad you're here. Cause I said some shit the other night, and I think it's crazy. It was prolific, but I think it's cool that you're here to hear this shit. Just like what I said with the preacher. If they take this clip and you show the preacher gonna say, I'm the devil, don't listen to me, XYZ. Just like when Massa was whipping slaves on their back, and their back had blisters on it, and it was Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning. Massa had to whip the whole shed and shackle because they was laughing because they was off that grape juice, fermented grape juice. So Massa whipped them boys on Saturday at 2 o'clock in the morning, and them boys had scars on their backs by the early morning. By the crack of dawn, they had scars on their back. But Massa was also the preacher of the plantation. So Massa said, come here, boy. And that boy walked up to Massa, and Massa was reading that book, and he said, the Lord said, let there be light. What did I say, boy? And the boy said, the Lord said, let there be light. And then he touched that boy on his blisters. He reached over his head and he touched his blisters and he gave the boy the Holy Spirit. Ah! And that boy said, he said, how do you feel? And that boy said, I feel fine. I feel good. That boy or that woman was lying. Their back was burning. And they lied and loved a religion that allowed that. I can't never teach my son that. He put his hand on his back, and from the time he touched his or her back, they was ready to cry. But they knew they can't cry because Massa's going to get mad and hit me. So why don't you just call on that God that's making you tell the Massa your back feels okay? I'm just asking. I'm sorry to get passionate about it. I'm just asking. I've been at the masjid and I seen sisters come in there and ask for $100 or $200 and they be like, no, we'll give you a loan. We don't want to make this a habit for everybody. Nature is key and balance is key. That's a fact. It's a fact. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking my speak. That's all. I be wanting to battle the Muslims because I promise once I battle the Muslims on this, nobody gonna look at Islam the same way. They're going to have to retool it. Muslims ain't never do this before. They ain't never get on the internet and debate and defend their religion because they're capped. And I got them in the bag. This is easy work. Like that. But that's my time, chat. I'ma holler at you, Simbaka Thomas. These are the Slum Facts.